Hi guys, Bretto Live back with another video, and today we are going to be setting up WWE action figures with foreign objects. You might be thinking to yourself, why do I not see any tables, ladders, or chairs? 3 of the most popular foreign objects used in WWE. That is because I already filmed a video setting up WWE action figures with tables, ladders, and chairs. If you guys want to see those videos, please click up in the top right and watch those videos. They're absolute bangers before you watch this one. Links in the top right now. Check out the vids. It's instant links. But today, we're going to be using sledgehammers, kendo sticks, barbed wire, steel chain, fire extinguishers, barbed wire boards, a freaking shopping cart, a freaking dumpster, a barrel, a chair, more foreign objects even to come. We're going to be using all of these in this video to set up WWE action figures. I'm going to show you the most banger ways to set these figures up in amazing positions with foreign objects. So without further ado, let's do this. First setup, we're using a very underrated figure. We're using the Burnt Fiend, and of course we need one of his #1 rivals, Randy Orton. We're going to be using this milk sprayer thing that came with the Milk-O-Mania 3-pack, 7-man Stone Cold and Kurt Angle. This was a while ago, so if you guys don't have it, I would understand that, but it is a nice accessory. It's like milk, and what we're going to be using, instead of milk, we're going to be using a freaking fire extinguisher. I'm going to show you all how this works. I want to set up the Fiend, right? The Fiend, he's still crispy, right? He's still smoking. He was just set on fire, and we got to put out the flame. Randy Orton's got to put out the flame. We got to get that fire extinguisher in his hand. Once you get the fire extinguisher in the hand of Randy Orton, and I'm not going to lie with you, it is pretty tough getting the fire extinguisher in the hand. You have to bend the handles to fit him in the open hands that come with the figures, and then I just sort of slid this hand down on the handle, which was pretty easy, but this was a tough one right here. So after we do that, we're going to want to grab the milk piece, slide it into the fire extinguisher, and it doesn't stay in there, because this isn't meant for this fire extinguisher, so it's just going to fall out. It's not meant for it, but it'll still work if we balance it on the Fiend. So we'll balance it like right around his shoulder, and then Randy Orton is spraying the Fiend down with a fire extinguisher, dude. Look at this. Randy Orton is putting out the fire. He's putting out the Fiend. It looks pretty good. Yeah, the stream is a little straight for a fire extinguisher. Would be more of a cloud, no doubt. But it still looks pretty good. I do like that. There we have Randy Orton using the fire extinguisher to put out the Burnt Fiend. This next setup is going to be a little gruesome. Viewer discretion is advised. We got Ken Shamrock. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin. And this one, like I said, is going to be brutal. This one involves this steel chain. Yes, of course, it is made of plastic. This came with that AEW accessories pack a while back. We got a couple years ago, we got it. And it's actually a pretty good accessory. Obviously, you can see this loop right here. And that is for wrapping around wrestling figures' necks, which is absolutely gruesome, like I said, but here we go. We got Ken Shamrock. He's hanging on for dear life. We are going to suspend him from the ropes, just like this. We're going to do that, and then we're going to grab our Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. Once we grab our Stone Cold, we're going to want to maneuver that chain into his hands here, so then it looks like he's holding the chain. He's yanking on the chain. You don't, like I said, you don't just want him holding it. You want him yanking on it. So there we have Stone Cold Steve Austin yanking on that solid steel gold chain as Ken Shamrock is suspended from the freaking floor. Steve Austin is gonna absolutely murder this man. Like I said, this one's a little gruesome. Do it at your own risk, but it does look pretty cool when you're done. Look at that, dude. He's got the chain around the neck. Shamrock's about to die. Absolutely insane. I like that. This next setup, we are using tacks. Look at these tacks, dude. They are literally actual metal. These son of a guns, my dad actually got out of a nails box. They were at the bottom of the box, and they like fall off the nail, which is crazy. And they're like actual metal. There's a ton of them in there. People like to use aluminum foil. You could also do that. I got them in this little Doink the Clown bucket. And who crazier to take a tack bump than Cactus Jack? Mick Foley is gonna take a tack bump from Randy Orton right here. Okay, so we got Orton, we got Cactus Jack, and the way we got to start this off is, of course, course, we got to dump out the tacks. It is going to get a little messy, so you're going to want to spread out the tacks. And honestly, don't dump all of them out. If you have the Doink the Clown bucket, leave the bucket right there. It adds a little extra detail. Okay, that's where the tacks came from. They were in a bucket. Or if you have like a Jake the Snake bag, you could put a snake bag there to show that, oh, they came out of the bag. So once you set up your tacks, then that's when we involve the figures. So Mick Foley, I want taking an RKO. Of course, you could always have his back coming down on the tacks, but I want him taking the tacks, right? We got Mick Foley about to eat an RKO from Randy Orton. Randy Orton's mid-motion going for the RKO. Oh my God, no! Orton, don't do this. Randy Orton is going for an RKO on Cactus Jack on solid steel tacks. Cactus Jack is about to get those tacks in his face, in his torso, in his legs. This is about to be brutal. Or does Cactus Jack turn it around? Oh my God. Oh, no. Oh. You can do so much with these tacks. They're very versatile. Like I said, use your best judgment on what you think you could do. I like the RKO. I think it's a lot of fun. And it's definitely, the tacks definitely work as a good setup, no doubt. And there is the RKO from Orton. Next up, we're using the dumpster. I was thinking long and hard about what setup I should do with the dumpster. I was thinking, okay, maybe a chokeslam into the dumpster. But I was like, we've seen the chokeslam. Let's do a tombstone. We got AJ Styles. We got The Undertaker. Both figures based off of their Boneyard match. And this one's pretty basic. We got the dumpster in the background. AJ Styles is coming up top. Legs above the shoulders of The Undertaker. Arms around the waist. Arms around the abdomen of AJ Styles. And Undertaker is looking to fire the last shot in a dang dumpster. Oh my God, the bottom of those dumpsters are solid steel. Undertaker, if you do this, AJ Styles will get a broken freaking neck. And yeah, I was feeling a little spicy. We did the chokeslam too. We got Taker doing the chokeslam to AJ Styles. I guess this one does look a little better than the tombstone. He's about to chokeslam him right in the dumpster. Look at that, dude. That is such a sick shot. He's got him up. I got the hand wrapped around Undertaker's hand so then it actually is stabilized and won't fall. And Styles is about to eat the bottom of that dumpster, y'all. Next setup involves an office chair. The only place to get these office chairs, these really detailed ones, are with either the SmackDown or the Raw main event ring. They're very cool. They like recline and everything, but we're not really using it for the reclining part. We got Braun Strowman. We got the chair, of course. And we have Roman Reigns, the big dog. The original big dog figure is being used here. We want Roman Reigns leaning up against the ropes, and we want Braun Strowman like he just launched an item, like he just launched a solid chair like this. So you can either have Braun, he's like jamming the chair into Roman Reigns' face, similar to that. You could do that, or you could have Braun Strowman a little farther away and the chair still made impact. And to make it look like Braun Strowman had just launched an item, move his legs and his arms. Move some of his arms forward, some of his legs forward. Looks like he was just in motion, launching a chair, and then you got the chair being launched by Braun Strowman right into Roman Reigns. Such an awesome spot when they did it. And I recreated it here inside of the ring. This did happen outside of the ring when it originally happened, but I thought I'd make it inside of the ring. Next setup is very basic. We got Theory, we got Ziggler, and for Theory, we putting a bucket on his head just like that. We're going to put his hands up in the air like this. He doesn't know where Dolph Ziggler is. He doesn't know which angle he's coming from. Ziggler is going to prop a super kick. I'm going to show y'all how to do the best WWE action figure super kick of all time. Bend the toe, bend the knee, lift up the right arm. He's aiming, right? And then he's balancing with his other arm. He's balancing so he doesn't fall. And then once you hit that, you just balance him just like this. And I want him kicking the bucket off a little bit. So I'm going to do it like, well, this. Yeah, so it's going to be a little under the bucket. Boom. Just like that. That is how you do an absolutely prime super kick with WWE figures. You got him balancing one arm, sending, aiming with the other. Theory's taking that freaking super kick like a man with that solid steel bucket on his head. Dolph Ziggler's taking care of business. That's how you do it, baby. Next up, we're using the shopping cart, and the figures that I chose for this setup are special because Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes recently went one-on-one in a Bretto Live WWE action figure match. If you guys have not seen that video, check it out. It's an awesome WWE action figure, hand action figure match, and I highly recommend that you check it out. Cody Rhodes is going to be loaded in this shopping cart, and things are not about to be good for this man. Cody Rhodes is loaded in the cart. He's already hurt. He's grabbing at his abdomen, grabbed it at his neck, and he's loaded in. He's loaded in. Brock Lesnar has got the cart, and no, he's not pushing it. He's lifting it. Brock Lesnar has got Cody Rhodes up top in a shopping cart, and he's lifting it. This is going to take some balance, but once you get it, you got Lesnar lifting up the shopping cart with Cody. That's a solid freaking metal steel shopping cart with Cody in it, and Brock Lesnar, the Beast, is lifting it up, and what is he going to do with it? It's pretty freaking obvious. He is going to throw it out of the ring. Oh, good Lord. Epic action going on. Next up, we have the WWE Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Bryan, and of course, the game, Triple H, and a freaking sledgehammer. Easy as that. We're going to place that right there. Let's get to the action. First, we're going to want to remove the belts off of Daniel Bryan. We're going to want to place them on the floor like, oh my God, he just got attacked. Daniel Bryan is helpless, and I want him on his knees. So we're going to want to bend the ankles, and careful, because these can snap. I've had history where these do snap, which is really unfortunate because it is an elite and it should have like top tier articulation, but that's mostly with the old figures, so don't think like every single one snaps. So we have Daniel Bryan, and honestly, he just got hit. He's not begging anymore. He was begging for Trips not to do this, but he just got hit. Trips, at this point, he's the cerebral assassin, always has been, always will be, and Triple H, it just wailed that freaking sledgehammer over his hand. So we're getting the sledgehammer in both hands. I like it in both hands. I don't like it in one hand because I feel like that adds less effect. You know what I'm saying? So we got it in both hands, and we need some movement, right? So we need to do trips like this, maybe on one arm. No, not one arm, one leg. Triple H from behind with a solid steel sledgehammer to the back of the head of Daniel Bryan. Oh my God. We got Triple H mid-motion, one leg off the floor, one leg on the floor. Add character and life to your setups when you do them. Got both hands on the sledgehammer shaft. Daniel Bryan really has no facial reaction. I wish he had his mouth open, but that's just how the figure came. Got the titles on the floor showing that he was just attacked. Maybe after WrestleMania 30. I don't know. You guys could use your own imagination there. But yeah, this is really cool, and I'm into it. That's sick. Jon Moxley has just returned to WWE as Dean Ambrose, and he's targeting Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns has come strapped with a barbed wire bat. This specific barbed wire bat came with the Ringside Collectibles hardcore playset. If you guys are interested, pick that up. I don't even think it's available anymore, but it might be. If it is, use discount code LIVE. It'll save you some money. We got Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose. He just returned. He's expecting, okay, I'm going to take out the tribal chief, right? This is easy work. But no, Jon Moxley wasn't ready for this new Roman Reigns. Just think, Jon Moxley has never encountered the tribal chief Roman Reigns. He's encountered the big dog, but never the tribal chief. Once again, we get both hands on the barbed wire bat, and now boom. And the reason I'm using this specific Jon Moxley is obviously because his head's bleeding, right? This came with the Blood and Guts Kenny Omega 2-pack, and it works perfectly with like steel sharp objects like barbed wire or tacks or chain link, because you know you get that effect of holy crap, he's bleeding. Roman Reigns just used the barbed wire bat. It just makes sense. He's sort of sideswiping his head here, which looks pretty wicked. Next up, we got my boy Solo Sakoa. Yes, that is Miro. That's my Solo Sakoa custom. And we have Jimmy Uso, two men that have not been getting along inside of the Bloodline. The Bloodline is bleeding out, and they're about to be bleeding out even more when I set them up with this solid steel chain, which is a very cheap necklace. Yes, this is a necklace, but it works really well with WWE figures because it's shiny and it's real metal. This setup's about to go crazy. I'm about to show you what I'm about to do. For this setup, we want Jimmy Uso on the floor, and we want him begging. we want him grabbing at his neck, maybe grabbing for the ropes with one arm and then the other just not. So once you have Jimmy Uso set up in a similar position to that, he's reaching for the ropes, he's reaching for his neck, and then Solo's coming up from behind, he's jabbing his leg into the back of Jimmy Uso. So put your figures aside for now. And now we place the chain. Yes, the chain does go around Jimmy's neck. Viewer discretion is advised, guys. So, Solo Sakoa, he's got the darn chain wrapped around the freaking neck of Jimmy Uso, and he's stretching him out. He's stretching him out. This one, I'm not gonna lie, was super freaking hard to set up, especially with the boot in the back of Jimmy Uso. I had to rest one of the arms on the ropes, so Jimmy Uso's going for a rope break, even though it doesn't matter, because this isn't even a match, but Jimmy Uso's trying to get some leverage with the ropes. The Solo Sikoa is wailing with that steel chain. I got it both in his hands, looking awesome, and then one. And then, of course, the end of the chain is around the neck of Jimmy Uso. Good Lord. That is so wicked, dude. Jimmy Uso's fighting for his life, guys. He can't go anywhere, and I do feel bad for him. Oh my goodness. That has been the setup video with foreign objects. Yes, of course, there are a billion other setups you can do with foreign objects. There's so many different combinations you can do. I just did some that first came to mind during the filming of this video, which some were pretty wild, wilder than others. You guys can let me know your setup favorite setup down in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys are going to do any of these for yourself. If you do, post them up on Instagram. I'll post my story. And I really hope you enjoyed this foreign objects video setup. And I'll see you guys next time. Smash the like, subscribe to Bretto Live. Peace, guys. Bretto Live is